Salam wa marhaba. I'm Hania and welcome to my channel. Here in the Teal Tadjine, I make North African cooking approachable and delicious. So if you're interested in learning more about North Africa cooking, especially Algerian cooking, stay tuned for today's video. In today's video, we're going to be preparing a Berber Kabyle galette called Mchaoucha in the Arabic language or Tahvoult in the Kabyle language. This delicious spongy galette cake is cooked in a pan and is traditionally served with honey to new mothers as well as various celebrations such as Yaner, the Berber New Year, and Ramadan, the holy fasting month. All the ingredients are listed up on the screen as well as in the description box below. Bismillah, let's go over all the ingredients that we're going to need to make our galette. The first ingredient are eggs. As you can see here, we're using 6. Traditionally, semolina is used, but I'm using flour, which makes it a nice lighter cake. We also have orange blossom water, as well as regular vegetable oil, as you can see here. I also have sugar, this is optional, pinch of salt, vanilla, and also a pack of baking powder. The basic formula for our cake is 1 egg per spoon of flour. So I'm going to begin by breaking all my eggs into a bowl separately so I can make sure I don't have any cracks or any kind of things in the eggs which I don't want in my batter. Now I'm just going to add all my eggs into a large mixing bowl, as well as the vanilla, pinch of salt, and the sugar. I would recommend adding some sugar or some other type of sweetener, but this is optional because at the end we will be covering everything with some honey. I'm going to mix everything together in a hand mixer and slowly drizzle in my oil. So you do want to drizzle in slowly, as well as the orange blossom water. You want to drizzle that in slowly, and we want to completely mix our batter. So I'm going to add in this flour 1 spoon at a time until all the flour has been incorporated. So this is a very important step of this batter and of this cake, that you completely mix everything together in your hand blender. You can optionally do this in just with a bowl and a whisk, but I find it's much easier with a hand mixer or even stand mixer if you have one. So we also added in the baking powder, and as you can see here, a finished batter looks like this. It's really nice and fluffy and creamy. So now I'm going to take a skillet that I'm going to preheat on my fire, and then I'm going to just pour in my oil and then gently pour in my cake batter, as you can see here. So just because this cake is baked on the stove, so we do have to cook it on a very low heat so that it doesn't burn. We want the lowest temperature possible. And we're just going to let that sit on our fire until the bottom has cooked. You can alternatively cover it with a lid so that it kind of forms like an oven and cooks the top as well a little bit faster. You do want to check it time to time, making sure that it doesn't get too brown and black, because if it is black or too burnt, it will be bitter. Just a tip for you, if you are not confident in flipping it over, you can just place the pan under the broiler for about 5 minutes and let the top settle just enough that you can flip it. Once you see that your cake has set well enough, you can just take a plate or another pan and just flip it over. So this cake, as I mentioned, is cooked completely in a pan, so that you will be having to cook one side and then flip it over and cook the other side. Once both sides have completely cooked through and your cake is done, you can test it with a skewer or even a toothpick. Then you can just serve it on a nice platter, as I'm just doing here. And then you can see our mashusha is at the table. This is traditionally served with a generous drizzle of honey, perhaps even some butter if you like. I'm just garnishing it with some lemon, just because lemons are really nice and seasoned here. And I also like to just add a little bit of lemon on mine personally. As you can see here, that it's a really nice and light and fluffy cake, our mchaoucha, super delicious. Inshallah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did like it, be sure to give it a like and also share with a friend. Thanks very much for watching, and as always, peace be upon you, and see you in the next video.